Welcome back to Viking Recreation in East Bridgewater, Massachusetts. This is the semifinal match of the Pro Series Ultimate Ladder Tournament. In this match, the number 5 seed Chris Sacchetti is going to be taking on the number 4 seed Myrick. Rich has finished his warm-ups. So Chris will start the match on lane 6. Chris defeated Jeff Slazinski in the quarterfinal match, and that was after knocking off Jim Ayotte in the first match of this final ladder. Of course, each of the bowlers in the final ladder reached here by winning a preliminary ladder, and that was after getting through 3 games of qualifying and making the top 25. So there's a lot of bowling to do in this tournament, a lot of matches to win to receive the title. So Chris Sacchetti will start with a 9, and then he'll move over to lane 5 for his second box. Chris, as I mentioned in the previous match, was the top qualifier in that 3-game qualifying round with 392. Chris was not too happy with that first ball, left it out to the right. But he's got a makeable spare, the 129 with a piece of wood that might help him, but as it turns out, the wood just, nothing hit it, so he was not able to convert the spare. So that'll be a 10 for Chris. That brings up Myrick. Rich is another regular on the Western New England Tour, as we mentioned, Jeff Slazinski. And he's also a member of Crazy Train. He's actually Chris Sacchetti's teammate on that team in the World Invitational Team Tournament. Rich got a nice break on the first ball, leaving just a 1-3, but he didn't get enough of the head pin to convert the spare. So it'll be a 10 box to start. Rich looks as though he might not be quite 100%. He looks like he might be favoring the knee, but it's hard to tell. He hits the 1-3 pocket, kind of light, leaves a cluster of 5 with 2 pieces of wood, 2, 4, 5, 7, 8, and some lumber over there. And he gets everything but the 2-pin. So Rich will be open in the second. And that'll be a 9, so each bowler has 19 after 2. Chris again solid on the head pin. This time he leaves the 3, 4, 6, 10 with no wood. And that he almost made that one off the wall. He hit kind of light on the left side of the 3 pin, and it took out the 6, 10 and then came off the wall, but not quite enough to take out the 4. So Chris will have a 9 in the third box. He's got 28 after 3. Goes back over to lane 5. And Chris is on the right side of the head pin once again, leaving a 2, 4, 5 triangle. It's the best leave he's had so far. But he just goes by the 2-pin, taking out only the 5, so he'll have 2 and 4 remaining for a 10 box. Got it. That gives Chris 38 after 4. Rich Myrick gets a splash off a fairly heavy head pin hit, and he's got the 7-10 with several pieces of wood that actually look pretty good in the middle of the lane. If he can hit that first wood, it should. Yeah, he's got it. First mark of the match by Rich Myrick in the third. Let's have a look at this again. He uses all of the wood to take out the 7 and 10. So Rich leads by 1 plus the spare fill, and that is going to be 6. He's got the diamond 2, 4, 5, and 8 with a piece of wood in front of the 8 that might help him. And it might have, but he hit the 2 a little bit too full, so he chopped it off the 5. Got just the 5 pin remaining, and it's still there. So through 4, Rich Myrick has a 6-pin lead over Chris Sacchetti in another low-scoring match here at Viking. Scores in qualifying were lower than they usually are in a Pro Series event, and in match play we've had, as you've seen in the other segments, low-scoring but very close matches in many cases. Chris Sacchetti with a tough lead, but he's got, and this could be made, he's got a piece of wood that might help him. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, and that's a great try. He really used that wood perfectly. Well, almost perfectly. I suppose if he had hit it perfectly it would have gone, but that was a excellent bid. And that'll be a 9. That ball slid off into the gutter. So Chris has a 47 half. And is that? Well, it's not going to be a strike. In fact, it's an 8 drop, and he's got the 8 and 9. A couple of pieces of wood. It's a little bit difficult to tell. He's going to have to probably hit that first wood, right, yeah, the one that's in the middle, and hit it kind of high and push it back to cover the 8 and 9. And he makes a nice bid, but covers only the 8. Not really sure if he hit that. It was pretty difficult to make that cover both of those pins. And that's a 9. That's a little bit of a loose ball there. You really don't want to be leaving extra pins on the deck when you have in a close match like this. In any case, Rich Myrick is back up, and he has almost the same lead that Chris Sacchetti just had. He's got 3, 5, 6, 7, and 10, but in this case there's no wood. And like Chris, he gets everything but the 7. $10 for Rich Myrick. That extends his lead to 7 through 5 boxes, 54 to 47. Boom, that is a strike by Rich Myrick in the 6th, and that was just no doubt about it at all. Taking a look at it in slow motion, this is just high, flush, 1-2 pocket. See you later. Great shot right there. And through 6, Rich now leads Chris by 8 pins plus the strike fill. So Chris doesn't want to let Rich Myrick get too far ahead. He really kind of wants to. It would behoove him to put up a mark or 2. And he throws another good first ball in the 1-3 pocket, a little light. But he has a split, the 2 and 10, and a couple pieces of wood, but they are rolling back. One of them goes into the pit, so that's still not a bad leave. He could, that would might help him make the 10 if he can hit the 2, kick it over. And that's probably what he was trying to do, is kick the hit the left side of the 2 and kick it over. But he didn't quite catch the 2, so it'll be an open. And as it turns out, that wood didn't help him with the 10 pin either, so an 8 in the 7th box for Chris Sacchetti. In the 8th, again he hits the head pin. You can't fault him for staying on the head pin. Been very consistent with the first ball, but again he has a split 3, 4, 6, and 7, no wood, and he covers the 3 and 6. It's pretty tough to convert that split. You really have to cut it thin. And this time he does clear the deck for a 10 box. But Rich Myrick leads by 8 plus the strike fill, so the door is open for him to really extend the lead. Nice ball there. 1-2 pocket. Drops 8. Leaves a clear shot at the 6-10. But no, he does not hit the object pin. He just gets 9 on the strike. Again, it looks like he might be hurting a little bit. That's a 10 box. So through 7, Rich Myrick 83, Chris Sacchetti 64, so it's a 19 pin difference right now. Rich Myrick misses the head pin, but gets a pretty good break. He leaves the 1, 2, 4, and I think the 8 is back there. Pretty makeable leave. Wow, that he just hit that seemingly a perfect shot, but the 8 pin was back there, and it's still back there. It might have been that wood behind the 4 affected the shot. Hard to say. It's a 9 box, and that reduces the lead by 1. But Chris Sacchetti still trails by 18, so he's got to have 2 marks in the last 2. Needs 2 big ones. And again, he continues to stay on the head pin. He's got the 2, 5, and 7. Piece of wood behind the 2 pin that might help direct the 2 into the 7 if he hits it. But he doesn't hit the object pin, just takes out the 5. So Chris is probably going to have a double in the 10th. He's got 82, and Myrick already has 92. So Chris needs a double here. And again, he's on the head pin. Drops 8, leaving the 6-10, and he's got it. That will be a 6 fill for Chris Sacchetti, and a 98 that I'm sure he's kind of disappointed with. But it's been a long day, and Chris has put up some good bowling today. He will finish 3rd, pick up a nice check. Rich Myrick with an 8 drop. So actually he won the match right there with that ball. That's a 10 in the 9th. Rich has 102 through 9, so he's already won. And Rich will opt not to throw the last 2 balls. He wants to save energy for the last match. So the score in this semifinal is Rich Myrick 106, Chris Sacchetti 98, and Rich Myrick moves on to the final.